Hello everyone, this is Genoda, and welcome to our very first episode of the Dark Elves campaign. So, we have the choice of Marathi or Malekith, but we'll start this campaign with Marathi, which has an initial challenge of hard, and also the Cult of Pleasure. So, we spread Chaos Corruption, have additional diplomatic relations with Dark Elves, hero cost minus 50%, and all of our units will gain +1 loyalty. So, we also have Black Ark's powerful naval units that can replenish forces, recruit new units and forces, and bombard battles within range. So that's might be a new mechanic we'll be seeing. Slaves provide a bonus to provincial economies at the cost of reduced public order, and murderous prowess. Dark Elves receive the favor of Cain in the form of increased combat performance should they kill enough enemies in battle. So we'll have additional units of a War Hydra, which is a monster unit that's probably going to look pretty badass, and we'll also have Harpies, which are flying melee infantry. And so we shall start this campaign.
The world has seen countless murders, but one killing stands above all others. One death that has shaped the world. Malekith, son of Aenarion, was betrayed. The Elven princes crowned Belshazzar as the second Phoenix King. So Malekith brooded and poured his hate into a single cup. Malekith toasted Belshazzar, then stepped over his dying body and into the sacred flame of kings. But the fires stripped his flesh, and with a final scream, he hurled himself back from whence he came. His body was taken north, and a suit of armor forged. Malekith was reborn. The Witch King. And in his shadow, legions raised. Decades of civil war followed. Then Malekith embarked on the most ruthless of plans. His sorcerers would unbind the magic of the Great Vortex. Created by Kalidor Dragon Tamer and his elven mages, the Vortex siphons the winds of magic, keeping the demon tide at bay. Malekith's spell was flung at the Vortex, but Kalidor himself broke through the mists of time to deflect the titanic force back at its casters. The Shadowlands were ravaged, sundered.
You live. You die. You live. You die. Servants, you amuse me.
The dragon with two tails hangs in the sky, and you indulge in petty games.
You summoned me, Your Highness.
You bring this witch here.
She is well versed in lore and prophecies.
She will betray you, my son, as all have done.
She is indebted to me. I have her soul. Step forward, Felicion the Heartkeeper. The comet disrupts the vortex. Whilst it is weak, a prophecy can be fulfilled.
Of a king who consumes the heart of Ulthuan.
My son will take its power and our vengeance.
Find the Oracle. She knows what to do.
I am willing to serve, to earn my soul's release.
The dragon with two tails brings great turmoil upon the world, my children. Its wake disrupts the great vortex. The heart of Ulthuan is exposed. Such turmoil brings opportunity. Yet it seems my son is not alone in seeking to bend the vortex to his will. The traitorous dreadlords of Bleakhold have struck in my absence, annexing cities I claim and carrying off the treasures within. Whatever has driven them to such a suicidal attack is irrelevant. All who oppose the Witch King shall die.
Alright, so we finished the opening cinematic, and we now have slaves. Dark Elf factions capture slaves in battle. Slaves provide additional income, but can negatively affect public order. Slaves can also be sacrificed to perform rites. So that's another currency that we have. By performing a sacrifice to Mathlan Rite, Dark Elf factions may summon mighty Black Ark. These powerful floating fortresses can be used far from home to raise armies, recruit units, and support invasion forces with aerial bombardments. So this will probably be an interesting mechanic for this campaign. And we also have Chaos Corruption. The deprived nature of Marathi and her cult of pleasure spreads chaos corruption wherever they settle. Alright, so a bleak outlook. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the faction Bleakholds. I notice you let traitors steal what we need. I wonder, does your son know how you reign over such incompetence? I would remedy this situation quickly. Flush the cravens from the ruins, capture their hideouts. Alright, so we'll get 8 scrolls of Acardi, which is what we need in order to complete rituals. And we have 0 slaves at the moment. You see that bondage right there? So this is the cult of pleasure.
I watch from the shadows.
So this is one of the other Dark Elf factions, it appears. So we're going to be attacking the Bleakholds, and we'll head towards that settlement over there. So we can upgrade this, or we could begin. So we have Dread Spears, which have decent attack, melee attack, 25-40. And then these dash shards have, okay, these are skirmishing units, so it'll be useful there. And then we have our Harpies and War Hydra and Marathi herself over there.
Don't hold back.
So let's attack.
To the
I wonder if this auto resolve will be good. Not too bad.
Mercy
What we'll do is we'll enslave the populace. And since we're pretty close to our own territory, so let's not over push our advantage there. Oh, so we auto resolved that first one, but I mean, it was gonna happen. So we'll have 1 additional infantry unit, and we'll also recover a little bit. It'll take 8 turns to replenish? Wow. We're not gonna wait 8 turns, but it is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna upgrade this for now. Going to capture a city and then use that. But I will keep it. So we can actually choose to receive slaves for this city, or we could request additional slaves, 3 times its normal share, or no more slaves. Alright, so for now we'll keep the default. And we also have a hero that has not moved. Ooh. So we could actually use this hero to assault these units, but I'm actually just gonna have him join this army, which will help us in battle. There's also another settlement down here that we could attack. But this one has iron, so I think we'll go for that for now. And also I don't see anything that needs to move. Let's see. So we can do income from raiding, which we hardly ever do in any of my campaigns. Post loot battle plus 10% is pretty good. Growth is good. Recruitment costs reduced is also good. I think I'm gonna go with bonus experience in 10 turns. For now. Actually, 5% isn't a whole lot. Let's go with population. Actually, no. This is probably the better. Let's go with military options for now, and then we can check our artisan number of slaves. We currently have a maximum of 2,500 with only 43 slaves, and it will affect public order negatively, I guess. But it will produce a little bit of additional income, and I think we'll do. We can't do any trading. We do have a non-aggression pact with the Coven. Okay, now I think we can end our turn. We're gonna now attack the settlement. Alright, so... Ooh, we can scout terrain? Oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever seen this option before. Well, we'll start here. And they'll start up this hill, it looks like. And we'll have to actually fight this battle. I don't trust that. So since it's so even, it's like 50-50, there's a chance we'll suffer immense casualties. And we also haven't fought. Also see how badass looking these Dark Elf Cult of Pleasure units look. We can start the deployment. 18 magic is very, very good. And wow. Look at how cool this looks. Got some Dark Elf towers. We're like under this giant... We're like inside this giant cavern. Got some flying harpies there. It's gonna be a good time. We got some of these guys. Alright, let's start the battle. So you can see that there's a little bit of lava and lots of fire. Lots of cages. Man, they're really into their BDSM or something. Okay. Let's move our hero along with the group. Set our harpies in position. Get my monstrous beast. Ooh. Once engaged. Oh, cannot use if engaged in melee. But I can shoot magic missiles every 45 seconds. Hero has no abilities. She has the ability to cast this mystifying miasma, and Power of Darkness will increase my power reserves. Excellent. So actually we haven't looked at the units yet. This is actually very important. Because got our Dread Spears right here as our baseline, front line I mean. Then we have these Dark Shards, which are crossbowmen. And they're getting ready to fire. And commence battle! Here we are fighting against Bleak Swords, which are swordsmen. And we can actually see them charge in cinematic mode. You can see the... Oh my goodness, you can see the settlement there and everything. Here we'll see the charge. Is my men ready up for that charge? Oh, and look at that. They use some pretty cool spear moves. It's not your traditional stab. It's like a twist and turn. Alright, so let's magic missile our way over. Check out this attack. Ooh. Oh man, that was awesome. Alright, let's charge in. We'll cast this ability real quick. Check it out in cinematic mode, see if it does anything cool. Not a whole lot, just a lot of darkness. Alright, before we lose all our units, I'm gonna send in my harpies. Send in my hero. Do some of that damage. Send in Marathi as well. So we've already broken their front line. Their hero is a very, very badass looking female elf who's getting stabbed by my Dread Spears. So eventually she'll show up. So we're harassing them with our really badass looking harpies, and they're not doing too well. So we can actually cast some additional spells, some more fire in cinematic mode. You can see from over there. Oh, snapples! Ooh. That is very cool. So now we're gonna charge in. So since we have shields, that's kind of why I'm not microing too hard here. I know that they're not gonna suffer as much damage as they potentially would without it. So now we're gonna focus on the enemy hero. We're probably gonna lose this stack of Dread Spears, and that's perfectly fine. We didn't. I mean, 8 turns is too long for the unit to recover. Our Hydra is doing his thing. Might have him come back, shoot some fire on these spears. I'm gonna split my units to chase different units. Harpies are chasing those crossbowmen, it looks like. So everyone seems to have a target. Those guys will have a target. Definitely need to continue shooting their general. She shall perish, and she's dead. And she disappeared. Oh wait, there's her body. Oh, no. Anyways, victory is ours. It was a very quick and easy battle. We lost maybe 1 unit, or maybe they're still alive. We'll see in a moment. We still have 9 men left. Victory is ours.
Take everything, leave nothing.
So we have some options. We can get a ton of slaves. Can do this, loot and occupy. But there's too much of a penalty. But we do get a significant boost in unit replenishment. I will, for now, I think occupying is probably the better choice.
Power brews within me.
The penalty is too large in terms of public order. So, the next mission is to control the whole province. So Soul Blight is a hex spell. Life Leeching we'll probably need to use at some point, but let's see, another hex, Doom and Darkness makes the enemy's route faster, I guess. So we'll do Route Marcher because we ran out of movement points. And this guy can assist the army by increasing post-income loot, or we could increase the number of slaves. So we'll do Scavenge for now. Income loot is always good. So we can recruit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to merge this unit because it's going to take too long for him to come back. We'll just recruit some additional spears there, or what are they called? Dread Spears. So now that we have 2, the reason why I didn't upgrade that is for that reason. Cannot. Oh. So we'll upgrade this so that it can support a level 2. For now, this is the Catacombs of Quintex, and we're recruiting, and we can end our turn here. Alright, momentum gathers, Druchi flock to your banners, betrayal is inevitable if you do not rule with a strong hand. For now, take advantage of your growing following and expand your settlements, so build a dark tower, and life will be better. So we can also build an obsidian quarry, which is going to increase our income, or we could get either Shades, who are credible fighters, for 225 income, 225, what is it called? Upkeep. Or these Shock Cavalry, which have a little bit less life, but we'll go the Shock Cavalry route. Hold on. Before we go the Shock Cavalry route, let's check Actually, we don't need to go shock cavalry route in this settlement. We could build it somewhere else. But we could also cultist Dark Tower. I'm just gonna see where the Dark Tower is. We probably want to go this slave market isn't too bad. Just want to make sure you build the stuff for the main settlement, which is tier 4 and above. So I want to save those slots. The only thing I can think of right now is probably this will increase our overall income, so let's do that. So, let's see, we have lots of corruption. I could probably send this guy to scout ahead if I wanted to. And I will. Seems like a wise choice. And we can also recruit some additional spears, which will increase our army significantly. Okay, so we've been issued a mission to check through ruined settlements. So this is an easy auto-resolve. No-brainer there.
What's theirs
we can, ooh, we can occupy. Sure, there's gonna be a rebellion soon anyways.
Corruption is rife.
Anyways, the Iron Peaks is now secured. So we get our bonus loot there, and we can issue a commandment, which will also increase our bonuses. Or rewards in this case. Demand highborn hostages, enforce tribute payments, plus 5%. Local corruption increases, or income from slaves by 10%. We'll do income from slaves is increased, which currently is 3%. Okay, so now we can upgrade this to that. We can also have an iron mining pit, which will decrease our costs, which will be good. And we can build a watchtower. But for now, we'll go with the iron mining pit. And then we'll repair this Dark Elf Manors. I will destroy in favor of something else. So we can also upgrade our guys here. We'll do Power of Darkness. Okay, we'll do that. I'm not really sure what that does fully yet. Increase income from slaves. Let's do that. Just trying to make sure we maximize our profits there. So the Iron Peaks is supposedly secure. So we'll go down to like the Titan Peaks, or I think we'll go to Titan Peaks next. Or we'll go up north. We'll go up north on the Ashen Coast. We don't know where that is, but it's probably going to be around here. Okay, and then we'll end our turn here. So we have to build a Sorcerer's Abode, sign a non-aggression pact with this faction. So how does someone like you make allies? Me, Hellebron Clan Karun, you certainly know how to make enemies, but now you must seek allies. The Druchi respect the Hag Sorceress. Use this and offer a non-aggression pact. We also have an imminent rebellion coming, so we'll actually let that
awaiting
occur.
Speak, kin, and I will gladly hear your agreeable.
Okay, so we've completed our first mission with diplomacy.
No. The Witch King welcomes you.
So that's good. So I think they're down south.
Nagaroth warrior.
These guys.
Malevolent lord.
The Bleak Holds. Don't know exactly where these guys are. And I cannot negotiate with this faction, so I must crush their souls. That means I probably need to go this way or something. But I have to send a scout out. Or do I? Oh yeah, I probably do. But for now, since we have a rebellion coming, we'll
Is it time?
move our army over to the capital.
The very air is tainted.
And then we'll build ourselves a nice... Oh wait, we can't build that yet. So we'll start off with the woodman's hut. And we'll also upgrade the settlement.
Hagged sorcerers.
And then we'll end our turn. We need to complete the ritual of the tortured oracle. And we need to destroy this faction. Okay, they're over here somewhere. And wait for a rebellion, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about this rebellion. My army is ready. We have thousands of troops. Hundreds of troops. And rebellion shall be crushed.
Take these wretches away.
Not fully crushed apparently, but pretty close.
The mother. It is will. I am the first.
We will crush them now though.
To the vengeful.
There we go. Double EXP.
Kill them. All of them.
Gain some experience for all my troops there.
The Sunderer.
And now we can... Ooh, Winds of Magic +8 for forces nationwide. We'll do Life Leeching. And we'll also do... We'll do... Doom and Darkness. From there, we can make this guy have... On turn start, ooh, Stalker is cool. I mean, not that I need it for this army, but actually I don't need it for this army, so let's not do that at the beginning.
Know me and despair.
I will send this guy out to scout while this army licks its wounds. And we can actually get some more elite units, like Dark Shards. Well, not more elite, they're just different. They just have shields, it looks like. Bleak Swords will be better shock troops, so I'll get 2 of those guys. And Dark Shards with shields, are they worth the extra maintenance costs? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not gonna max out this army just yet. So for now, we'll end our turn. Okay, so we need to earn 500 gold from raiding Morathi, mother of the Witch King, hag, sorceress of Grund. More than any other, she is responsible for the Druchi. For splitting the greatest of all races in twain, it is a claim few have made directly to her face. But one she would not deny, and would actually revel in, before flaying the skin off the accuser, of course. The instruments of such torture would be her paired weapons, the spear, heart render, and sister blade, the dark sword. These were gifts from her son, but relations between mother and child have soured of late, with the Witch King banishing her from his sight, and so, in a fit of pique, she puts her paired weapons aside to focus on inflicting misery upon any who cross her path. So, that will gain us some additional gold. But right now we're gonna just upgrade our settlements a little bit. We're gonna send our scout out, see where the enemies are. So I'm gonna march my army forward. They have a small army, so I can actually force march my way across the channel.
It is will.
Now I know that this is a little bit more dangerous, and we also lose a little bit in terms of overall replenishment, but I think that'll be fine. Okay, it looks like the High Elves have beaten me to the chase. So they're currently at war with Corundor and our enemy faction here. So it looks like they're being contested. Their faction will be destroyed, so I can no longer attack that settlement. without some penalty. So I'm gonna get some horses, I guess. And for now, we're going to shift our focus to the east. I mean, to the west.
My children.
And can I recruit more agents? Nope. I'm sure the High Elves will win this battle. So for now, I'm just gonna leave.
I speak for the Druki. What is it you desire?
And we're probably gonna attack what will very likely be
Stopping me.
Skaven. If not, we can explore. Ooh, yes, we can do a treasure hunt. Excellent. So, eight-legged friends. Beneath the ruins lies a series of caverns. As you explore, you begin to notice an increasing number of large cobwebs. Rounding a corner, you come face to face with three giant spiders who appear to be asleep. Behind them, something glints in the torchlight. Avoid the spiders and take the item. Turn back, attack the spiders, or take a different path. I feel like I should attack the spiders and have a bad time, or just avoid the spiders and take the item. The second your blade touches the web, hundreds... Oh, darn it. All is lost. No! I knew I should have attacked.
I am Morathi. Guide us.
Well, because of that, we're done. Next turn. So this is an unpleasant climate, so it's actually not a good place to settle. But we can, if we must. Actually, I'm not gonna settle because, at least not right now. Even though I can probably take this entire province. Probably not worth it at this time. We can probably do it later when the climate's a little bit more, when we need territory, I guess, would be the idea there. For now, we'll just march our way back, which will take a few turns. Also, there's going to be a rebellion soon. So, now that we've scouted that, Titan Peak, I doubt it's going to be... Oh, they're definitely Skaven here. So, we'll avoid this western piece for now. And we'll make our way back to the main settlement, which will take a few turns. So we're gonna attack this Chaos Army now. And quickly auto-resolve it. Lose a whole bunch of men in the process. And we'll enslave them all. Get some armor. Sacrifice. Another rite has been unlocked. So let's look at the rites. Those sacrificed to the Lady of Desire go willingly to such appeasement enthralls the masses. On turn start, everyone has a chance to become a little bit more loyal. And that's actually the only one we can do. And we actually get a bonus if we do this now in terms of monetary gain. I believe we get a... Well, I have to wait a turn. So right now we have this army here.
The hag sorceress ascends.
But instead of attacking, I'm going to go back to my settlement to recover a little bit more. These guys will take 3 turns. But I actually want... So losing those units was actually kind of good, because now I can get some shock cavalry to bolster our main force. High Elves, finally. We've built a battering ram. Our forces seem to be in good shape. We're not depleted in any particularly bad fashion. And they have some walls. They're in a corner. We'll be okay. We even have cow throughs. At least in campaign playthroughs, because they're like so expensive for upkeep. But these guys are actually pretty cheap. They're only like 124 for upkeep, so that's why I was very willing to recruit these guys. So it looks like everyone does have shields. So ideally you want to attack from, you know, multiple sections. What I'll do is I'll just attack from this particular section. They do have a lot of towers, but I think we'll be okay because we have shields. So I'm a little bit more confident with these units. So these guys over here, we'll have our Dark Riders hang out in here in the forest where they can't be seen, denoted by, oh no, those are Vanguard deployments. So these guys over here, ooh, the War Hydra's already max EXP. I mean, look how badass this guy is. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Alright, so we got our Harpies. We'll gamble for the sake of gambling. Ooh, not bad. Not a bad gamble. Alright, let's do this. Let's start the battle. So they have all of their men in there. Send my Harpies against this group of light archers. And we also need to start marching quickly towards the gatehouse to attack. I think I can use my Hydra to attack as well, so let's do that. I'm gonna send my 2 heroes there. Oh, these Harpies are dead. They're gone. I sent them too early. It was a mistake. It's my bad. I'm sorry. So we're gonna cast some fire breath on those dudes there. So it's kind of good that we do have lots and lots of shields. As you can tell, high elves and dark elves, they love their bows and arrows. And you know, we got a few of them. Not bad, not bad. This used to be a dark elf settlement, so you can see the character is still there despite them conquering it. So that's what I like about Warhammer 2, is they kept a lot of that sweet, sweet goodness of the original faction's decor, which makes sense because you can't really change everything. Oh my goodness, I messed up. I thought these guys would auto-magically just take the stairs, but apparently I was very, very wrong about that. So you actually have to individually get these guys to move to their laddering positions. Oops, my bad. I haven't done a siege in a while. So these guys will have to spread out. They don't have to, they could stay there, but they're just taking in unnecessary damage. And also it actually depletes these guys. My Dark Shards. If these guys had shields, when we're fighting against Dark Elves, it's actually, High Elves, it's actually probably better because we can engage in these lines a little bit longer. Because the shields will deflect the majority of the enemy shots. And, you know, we'll break this gate down soon with this Hydra, which is sitting in the wrong direction, it looks like. So I can also cast this minus leadership ability, which will probably make them rout and stay away from the walls. And I broke them. Excellent, exactly what I wanted. So I can also cast this ability there to do some additional damage. So they'll be scared, I guess. It actually doesn't do any damage. So these guys are doing a ton of skirmishing damage, so let's have them focus on the correct enemy units. We've already routed everyone over there. Our Dark Spears have made it up on the wall, so they're slowly doing some damage as well. We'll toggle guard mode so that they don't chase the wrong units, and so that they focus correctly. Alright, we can now charge in with our swords and our bleak swords. Our Hydra. Now we can also send in our cavalry units. Looks like there is an enemy hero unit that's here defending. Ooh, that Hydra was like, no, 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 get out of my way. Oh, that is the Prince High Elf. He is savagely destroying that guy. So we'll, you know, weaken their abilities there. Cavalry is gonna push in soon. So now that we've secured these towers, I'm gonna reposition these bad Larrys so that they don't get shot up by every unit over here. So cavalry's pushing in as group 3. I'm gonna have them continue their charge. And over here, I'm gonna cast this ability on those guys at the wall. Since these are mostly spearmen, I can use my Dark Shards here to continue to pelt them without taking all of this damage over there. I do have some additional units hidden that I can send out to take the center. Druki over here can charge at the enemy archers. You can see here, it's magnificent. Oh my goodness, that's freaking beautiful. And are they holding? Ooh, those are spear lances. That is sweet. So we've engaged in melee with the archer unit there. And I'm gonna cast the fire ability here. Oh, never mind. We're still fighting their prince over here. Dark Shards are kind of confused, I think. Where are these guys? They're kind of in an awkward spot. Our Bleak Swords will engage their spearmen over here, so that they don't get flanked. This Prince unit is kind of just blocking the way, I guess. I should probably send my War Hydra somewhere else. You can see some nice looking combat over here between spearmen and swordsmen. The High Elf versus the Dark Elf brothers. Who will win? Very likely the swords. We got some of the additional units kind of routing in between. I'm just gonna cast this fire ability to the extra badass. Oh snap! And kind of missed. Killed our own units in the process, but with a Hydra that cool looking, I mean, kind of have to. We have to use those abilities. So we're gonna send in our War Hydra to even out the odds. I mean, whew, didn't even need to do anything. Just had to show up. Alright, so we've secured the walls there. We're getting shot up by everyone. So let's do a little bit of microing here for our cavalry units. Let's also have my hero attack their prince. Now that we have all of these towers, actually also gonna hit up the center. So she's over here. I'm going to demoralize the enemy there. And then I'm gonna weaken these guys over here. And then I'll do this cool looking ability to increase my magic potential. So now that we've routed those guys, I'm going to have my cavalry charge. And victory is ours. So not the quickest battle, also not our best battle, but we're sightseeing as well as battling at the same time, so there's always gonna be a few more casualties than I would like. Sometimes you just want to watch some dudes kill each other. That's all it is. So victory is ours.
Leave no trinket behind.
We can sack, loot, and occupy. We'll do a loot and occupy just because we can. And victory Ooh, that's sweet, sweet victory. However, we are also out of time. So I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more episodes like this or the other factions, and I'll do so. Supposedly. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.